Alright, so this is the Gen 3 custom build. So I got the stippling done, finished all the way around. The undercuts finished. Give me a lot more room for my fingers here, and a good indexing spot. I didn't worry about finishing this off too fine a sandpaper because it's going to get wore anyway. It's going to be used. So, but this is stripped. This is everything you need to complete the whole gun here. I decided to go with a magwell. Give me a little more finger room. This is the heavy armor division slide with the Raptor cuts and the Total Mayhem. I had my Total Mayhem logo put on it. See it here? And the Raptor cuts come out real nice. I like those. And then this is the tungsten gray Cerakote with Williams fire sights for it. Going with the Zevtech titanium nitride stippled barrel. This is supposed to be very wear resistant, and it should they say it's really slick material, so you don't have to lube it as bad as like you do other barrels. And you can kind of feel it when you feel the barrel. It is actually very slick, coming straight from the factory. So that one, the aftermarket back plate, everything else. I mean, this is original. This is original lower, Gen 3 lower. I just cut the finger grooves off and sanded it and did the stippling, the basket weave stippling on it. Everything else is stock. It's all OEM parts for the time being. I'm going to eventually go to, I'm probably going to put a Zev trigger pack in it, and I might go to a Zev, the titanium firing pin, but we'll see how that goes in time. But so here we go, we're going to put it together. Start off with a mag release. There's grooves in here for, lighting's bad, but in here there's a kind of a Y groove. You can see it right there, where you put your little wire spring right here. It just sets down in there. I'm going to set it down in there. I'm going to push it in place. Use a punch. Push it in place. And once you push it in place, then you just kind of move it over to the side and knock it into the groove. Real easy, like that. And now it's, I can get it on the, right, you can see it up top right there. Now it's sitting in the groove, and you just move the mag release like this, and it works. So, all right, that's set. This is the spring for your slide lock. It's a little weird shape, kind of an L, weird shape deal. And there's grooves in the top right here, and there's like a hole. You just set the L part down in the hole, and you just kind of like just push it in place. Real simple, like so. It's in there. You take a punch and you can push it down. And then take our slide lock, and you see right here, the slide release, and you see right here on it there are grooves on one side, or this side's the non-groove side, and this side's the groove side. There's grooves on it. That grooves, they need to go to the back. That groove needs to go to the back. So start it in the hole on either side, and then you push down on the spring. When you push down on the spring, you can just slide it into place like that. Just slide it in. Done. Lock. It's in. So it's ready to go now. Okay, so that's those two. Now you'll put your block in the trigger in. Trigger first, slide it down in the hole. The block goes in like that, and you just push it down tight. So once it's in there, you'll be able to tell it's flush and the trigger's set in the hole. You just look through the holes on the side and you can see through them, so you're good. Then you put your locking block. Locking block needs to go in right over the trigger. The holes in the locking block match up with the holes on the trigger. So you just slide it down and push it into place. Real simple. Then you take your slide stop here and you want to put it in on the trigger. There's a groove right on the edge of the trigger. You put it into place. And you just set it. Once you slide it into place like it's supposed to go, you just set it in this groove right here. That's what it needs to be. And once you look through the holes, you'll be able to tell if it's lined up or not, which this one's lined up right. So now you take your trigger pin, the bigger of the thicker of the pins, got the two grooves in it. You'll slide it in through the right to the left. You put it in, you can pretty much push it all the way in by hand. You might hit a little resistance on the end, so I did here. So now I just take a little ball peen hammer and I just tap it real light without damaging anything. Here's the ball peen side. And then now everything should be lined up right. Trigger should be good. So now we take the longer of the two pins that are left. There's two pins left, one's longer than the other. And it has bulged ends on it. It's hard to see because they're not super bulged, but it's got bulged ends. That one goes up here on the back of the locking block in the front. You slide it in as good as you can. It's probably going to be a little tight because it's new. And then we just tap it in a little bit, real light. And then once it's tapped in, use the punch, tap it in just a little bit more. Keep playing with it till you get how you want it. That's a little too much. Just right, okay. Once that one's in, you take the smaller of the two punches, the two pins, and you punch it through the back here on the grip, and that goes through the block in the back. So just tap it in real light like I did the other one. I'm not worrying about marring the finish on this because it's going to be used, so it ain't a big deal. So perfect, it's in place now. Alright, so now the lower's done. It's complete, it's ready to go. I'm going to set it aside, and then we're going to take the upper. You're going to start off with the plunger. Actually, I want to start off with the extractor. Sorry. Put the extractor in, like so. Sets it in there. It only goes in really one way, right. Set it in place. You set in your plunger. It goes. Let's put in our safety plunger here into place. Lock it all down like that. I'm going to go ahead and put in the plunger in the back here, the small hole. Goes in there. Set the firing pin in like so. It should be set now. Now we're going to take back plate, start it like so. Then we're going to take our punch, we're going to push down on this plunger right here. It's real stiff because it's a new spring. So once you get started, it goes in, and you put down on the extractor plunger, and once it goes over, then it just pushes into place. And now it's locked, can't come back off. So everything should be good here. It should function. Everything should be good. Okay, so that's done. The upper's put together. The slides put together. Real simple. One thing I am going to do here, and I almost forgot about, is I'm going to go ahead and put on the mag well. And this is a polymer mag well. It's not very expensive. I think it was like $14 because I wasn't sure if I wanted a mag well yet. And I kind of like it, so I mean, so far it looks nice. So long as it fits me good and it shoots good, I might go ahead and put a Zev on here, which is a little more expensive. But I wanted to try it out with a smaller one first. So all you gotta do when you put these on is put it on the front like that. You hook it on the front and then just slide it on the back. So get it on the front like that and then just pop it down, push it down good and tight. It's good and tight. There's a hole here, the old lanyard hole. You should be able to, the hole should line up. You take your Allen screw here and you put it on, and you just tighten it down. I get it. I think probably fairly snug will probably work. I don't want to go too crazy because it is polymer and you'll mess it up. But is that. Alright, so we're going to put the ZevTech barrel in. We're going to put in the, almost forgot to tell you, I got the titanium nitrite stainless slide guide rod. So once we put that in here, everything looks real nice with the gold on the gold here. Then we'll put it on slide and see how it functions. Smooth. Okay, so we're good here. So that's it. That's the custom Glock 19 build. Worked out real good. Everything went together good and smooth. Now we're just going to shoot it, see how it functions. That mag well does really set nice. So if you got to do a quick mag change, drop it in, and it'll guide it in there real good. So, alright, well, I'll do another video when I shoot it of how it functions. But we'll see how it works out, and you can see where it's rubbing. The barrel here, barrel stop here is rubbing on the locking block. I can kind of feel it, and I think that'll wear in over time. But alright, well, I'll finish. Once I get a chance, I'll do another video of me shooting it and how it functions. This does fit a lot better on my finger here with that magwell. I do got a lot. I mean, I can pretty much get the whole finger on here now. So once it sets up in these grooves, the undercut, and then it sets on that magwell, that really gives you a good grip for this Glock 19. So that's something to think about, is that magwell. I mean, it's not super big, it's pretty low profile, so you can still carry it. But alright, thanks for watching.